Alright guys, welcome to another Schmattz Outdoors video. I'm just getting going for the morning here. It's Wednesday morning. I just loaded up some more coyote sets because I put out almost all the footholds I had. So I have this rack that I made, and once I dyed them, I hung them out here just to let them air dry, and they've been out here for almost 2 months. So I wrapped up about 8 more of them. Got them in the truck. I also threw in 7 330s, a couple Bridger number 5s for beavers today. I got T-stakes in there, drowning wires. I got the extension wires for my 330s. I got H-stands. I think I'm ready for beaver trapping over here. I did throw in just a handful of muskrat sets as long as I'm setting that beaver house, if there's open water in there, which I doubt there's going to be. I can also put like a 110 under the water too, and you will catch them that way if you're close to the house. If they come out to feed or whatever, you have a carrot right there, you might catch one. If the beavers set them off, the beavers set them off. I'm not sure how many of those I'll be able to set, but we'll take a few with just in case. Quite a lot of the sloughs were actually open yesterday, so I probably could have left my traps for one more day, but it's supposed to warm up a little bit today. Hopefully that will melt some of the ice off of my coyote sets. I did end up getting 14 more in yesterday, so I'm almost 4 dozen coyote sets out right now. Not nearly as many as I'd like, and I'm going to probably try and add a few today. The beaver sets are going to take priority over any coyote sets today. Once you get the beaver sets, I'm going to leave them till Saturday. That's my plan. So we'll catch what we catch until Saturday. Hopefully I get most of what's in that house out of there. And I do have one more beaver slough I'm going to drive by and look. If there's open water, I'll set that one up because the house is on a land that I can't trap, but they're cutting this guy's corn down. So it's more of a nuisance job than anything. I probably should have set it a week ago, and hopefully you could draw the beaver across the slough with some caster, and I am upwind of them, which is nice, but we'll give that a go. Like I said, we'll probably be putting in a few coyote sets today. We'll kind of see what time allows when I get towards the end of the line here. Otherwise, yeah, it's going to be all footholds, all land sets today, checking. So I had a bumper day yesterday catching 3 coyotes, so I don't know what today is going to bring. Hopefully I got something to show you guys. When I get out around that beaver house, I might video a little bit before I set it all up, but it's probably going to take me an hour and a half just to set that beaver house up, you know, to find the runs, figure out how I'm going to set them and get traps in there and set. So we'll try to show you maybe a little bit of what I'm doing there. I'll probably show you more tomorrow when I go to check it, because I'm sure I'll have something in there, whether it's muskrats or beavers or whatever. I'll have something to show you there tomorrow. So all right, let's get on the road. All right guys, so I'm just getting going on my line. I'm sorry if I'm wound up just a little bit, but I just seen a giant buck. Like, he was right over here on this field, which this is a field that we own, or a relative of our own, so we can hunt there. I did get one shot at him, but he ran across the road before I could get him, but he was big 8-pointer. So I shot 1 slug this year during gun season now. This way is what it is. But I do have, so I'm here. Obviously, if I'm stopped, I got something to show you. So over here by this grove, right on the end of by this tree, I do have a coyote set over there. And that one was empty. That was the first set of the day. And then I could see this guy bouncing around. So that's part of why that buck, I could see this guy jumping around. So I wasn't really paying attention, and all of a sudden the deer are right in the damn road ditch. But what I have is just a fence line, and it runs a full mile that way, and it continues across the road. You can see there's another grove over there on the neighbors. So yeah, they just run this fence line. I ended up catching 4 fox in this set last year and 1 coyote. Unfortunately, it's probably most of a family. They did say they seen another fox out here when they were working the field this year, but so yeah, second trap and first coyote of the day. All that means is this guy is not skunked for the day. All right, so we'll quickly get him out of here and get the set remade and move on. Good deal. All right, guys, so I just pulled up to another set here. Something just happened. I thought I maybe should point it out to you guys. So I had that first coyote. I remade that set. I went on to the next set. It looked like something was messed up with my set, so I drove out there. It was along a along a little field road. It was the set I showed you guys a few days ago that I had a coyote in the very first set of the day, in the very first check of that set. You know, so I had it there one night and I caught a coyote there. So the trap was just set off in the trap bed, which doesn't happen a lot. I don't know if it's freestyle or what really happened, but I started remaking the set, you know, just getting my trap rebedded, you know, set and rebedded. I did re-lure it when long as I was there, but a vehicle drives up to me. Guy wants to know what I'm doing out there and, you know, said a few choice words to me because they're deer hunting right in that same area. I proceeded to tell him, you know, what I was doing, why I was where I was at, you know, why I was out there, you know, today over any other day. There was nobody hunting that I could see, you know, no blaze orange because it is deer season. So people are always on edge during deer season, probably everywhere, but around here especially. So I just want to let you guys know that, you know, if something like that happens to you, just try to keep a calm head. He was visibly upset when he first pulled up that I was out there. I was on land that I had permission to trap. With it like 20 feet past where I was at was this guy's land. He was, once I started talking to him and explaining to him what I was there and why I was doing what I was doing, you know, and that I had permission to be where I was at, he calmed down and everything was fine. We had a nice little conversation about, you know, deer season and how they're doing, how we did and that type of stuff. So I just want to let you guys know that, like, if somebody comes up all hot-headed to you, doesn't mean you need to be hot-headed back. I mean, if you're in the wrong, admit that you're in the wrong. You know, if I was legitimately wrong there, I would have pulled my trap out of there. I would have got out of there. But I was right, you know, in the right. He was actually happy I was out there, that I was coyote trapping. He just didn't know who I was, why I was out there. So, you know, he was kind of upset that I might have been chasing the deer out of there, which I did not. But yeah, I just want to say, you know, if something like that happens, just keep a cool head. You know, you don't have to be hot-headed back to them. That's just going to escalate the situation. You know, I was calm. I basically, you know, I stated why I was out there, you know, who I was. You know, once I told him who I was, then that kind of settled things down as well, because he knows my family and that type of stuff. So, you know, things de-escalated very quickly, but he was pretty hot when he first showed up. So, like I said, you don't have to be hot back at him. Just try and keep a calm head. You know, who knows, down the road, I may be able to trap some of his land. You never know. You know, he seemed pretty happy. I was out there trapping right there. Again, during deer season, everybody is super on edge that you're chasing their deer, you're hunting on their land. So, you know, you just got to take it easy. That's why I'm wearing blaze orange. Today is Wednesday today is, and our deer season runs till Sunday. So, you know, I'll be wearing blaze orange all the way till Sunday just because, you know, yeah, I'm right by my truck, but I still do not want people shooting at me. I am wearing a brown Carhartt jacket underneath my blaze orange. You know, be safe out there, but yeah, be courteous to the landowners, you know, and if I was in the wrong, I would have admitted that I was in the wrong and I had to pull my trap out of there, you know, and hopefully that would have been enough to appease him. But he was all fine with me out there once we talked a little bit, and like I said, we probably had a half an hour conversation. But all right, on to more important things. So I'm at a couple sets down. I'm a ways down the line now, and I just wanted to show you guys. So there's the same place I had one yesterday. This was the set that got worked up a few days ago. So again, I got these sloughs here. There's a farm place up there. So this set got worked up a few days ago. I reset it. I think in 2 days. I had the coyote yesterday, and then now I got a coyote today. But I didn't point out yesterday, so the farmer for some reason drove his tractor right along the edge of this field. So this field was worked. It was an alfalfa field, and he worked it up. And then he worked this bean field when he worked my setup. But he had drove his tractor without working it up down here. And then obviously my tire tracks, that makes like nice runways for these coyotes. They don't want to walk in the plowed field, but if you got a nice smooth path for them to walk, you can basically lead coyotes right to your sets. So that's what I mean, whether or not he come from down there or he come from this way, either way I have a coyote in the trap here. Looks like a pretty nice looking coyote again. He's not as dirty as the first one, but he looks like he's full furred. He ain't all roughed up and whatever. So we'll get this guy dispatched, the set remade, and we'll move on. All right, guys, so I'm making her through the line here. Just pulled up to this set here and have myself a catch. We'll show you what I got here, but what it is just this drainage ditch runs through. There's a bridge here. I have a coyote set here, one on the other side just kind of in front of my truck. Actually, there was tracks running down the bottom of the ditch, so I hung a snare down a little ways. And then you can see this ditch just keeps going, but right here, there's a nice coyote stand there. He's not real muddy, but he's got a little mud on him. Yeah, he's snarling his teeth. He's a big guy. I don't know how well you guys could see him, but he's pretty good size. So this set was a brand new set. The set is right here, kind of where this bio. This was a brand new set yesterday. I literally put this in yesterday afternoon about 3 o'clock. And this today at 3 o'clock, or it ain't even that way, at 12:30, I got myself a coyote here. So, well, we'll get this set remade here and move on. That's the third one for the day again. And I have probably 15 total sets left to check, and then I'm going to try and set that beaver house up. Basically, it's about the next stop is that beaver house. So, all right. He looks like he's nice furred. You can see his hackles all standing up because he's all on edge. But all right, guys, so I'm out here on this beaver house. I think it was here last year, but it was pretty small. And there was one out here like 5 years before that, but I feel like it was like over this way some, or it might even be this pile here. But there's a little more ice than I expected on this slough, but I'll deal with it. Sorry, I just carried out 4 traps and H stands and everything out here. I'm not that far, but through the cattails it was plenty. What I got going on here, so the ice actually will help me. And as you can see, right here, there's open water. I mean, the obvious run. Going across, there's bubbles under the ice over there, so I'm wondering if they ain't going into the bank over here. And then the bubbles run here out, and then this is their feed pile, and it's going just on that side of the feed pile. But I don't know, I might try and put a trap like right in here, because there's only one run coming out of this house that there's any bubbles. There's no bubbles anywhere else coming out of this house other than right here. So I'm a little afraid that I might catch a muskrat first. If that happens, it happens, but I don't want to trap shy these beaver either. But I'm going to try and get across over to this other side and see if there is a run over there. So I may put one right here. We'll see if there's a run there or not. Maybe one out here underneath this stuff. There is a few bubbles. It's kind of hard to see, and I don't want to get super close. There's a few bubbles right here, but I mean, it looks like they're just, you know, in the cattails, unless there's a run out here someplace. So I'll poke through the ice there and see if there's an actual run. There's this big long trench, goes all the way up and damn near to the field. The water is open on the other end, but there's no bubbles going up there, so I don't think they went up there. But it's supposed to stay warm the next few days, so I'm actually going to bust the ice and put 330 up there, half in the water, half out. Or maybe completely in the water and hope it freezes over it. But we'll see how deep the run is when I get up there. But I left one trap and H stand and stuff up there, so we're going to try and put probably 2 out here for sure. One here, or one here and one over there. We'll see. how deep the water is too. I don't know, I haven't been in the water yet, so we'll try and get this guy set up. I'm gonna set the house the very first thing, so while I'm messing around with some of these other ones, there's nothing saying something ain't gonna try and come out of here while I'm messing around, and they may already have. Kinda on this pile here, on this side here, there's a big notch, like right here, there's a big notch, and I don't know if they were going in and out of there and then quit. There's no bubbles over there, but if I get over on that island over there, I'm gonna walk over there and I'll poke around and see what's over there too, but see if it's a run into that pile or what's really going on there. But they definitely have lots of sign. I should have been trapping these a few days ago when they could have got up these runs and stuff, because there's one right here, and then right on the other side of this point there's another big one goes back. So a guy could have just set 330s in those runs. I wouldn't even had to set the house, but I'm okay setting the house. It's just, like I said, there's only one good run, so I'd rather catch 3 or 4 in one day and be out of here than catch one a day for 4 days. So alright guys, that didn't take me that long, maybe 20 minutes here, and I got 330 set up here. I'm not overly confident, but I mean, this one here's a slam dunk set if I don't catch a muskrat in it first, because there already was one splashed right here. But there's the run coming out of the house here, comes right out. There's kind of a hard pack run, it goes that way, and there are a few bubbles that way, but I didn't set nothing that way. There's what, 330 on an H stand over here. I'm not so sure that's where the bubbles were going straight across. I almost think that's a muskrat house, but there's a hole in the bank, it's just not real big. And then right here where the bubbles are going, and then they go out there, right here where all these corn stalks are standing up. I put my 330, but then I use some of the corn stalks as blockers to just kind of hopefully funnel them through, because it's like on this side of the trap, let's get so I can see. On this side of the trap, it's real shallow and there's kind of a hump of mud here, and they were swimming right on the edge of that hump. So I put a couple corn stalks to get them down where it's just a touch deeper, and then it's deeper this way. So hopefully they go through where I want them to. We'll see what happens here. Not so sure something didn't just come out, but I'll stand here for just a second and see if any of my traps go off. But yeah, I'm gonna set one in the run like I set up here. We'll just see how deep the run is, if I can get my set completely under the water. If I can, I'll run it half in the water, half out. In Minnesota, they got to be just so they're halfway covered, you know, so like the pins for the jaws or whatever are underwater. So if I can get it that deep, I'll be happy. If I can get it deeper than that, I'll definitely set it deeper than that. Hopefully maybe they swim up under the ice, but there's only maybe an inch. I thought it looked like there's more than that, but there's only about an inch, and it's real kind of crappy crystally ice. So all right, we'll gather up my few things I got here, and we'll be on our way. All I got is my hat and this pole, so maybe I'll just leave you guys on. I took off my normal blaze orange just because I didn't want to get it all wet, and I should be pretty safe in here. But well, you can see they got this, and like they push mud up over there. They got some mud here, but haven't been freshly updated. I think this is just mud they pushed out of this ditch. Oh jeez. Yeah, it's only like maybe 6 or 8 inches deep, but it really narrows down. So I thought someplace up in here is where, and then like I see, you can go all the way almost to the field here. This would have been a slam dunk set had I done this when it was open water, but you can see up there they literally tunneled like 3 foot of mud or dirt out to get so they can get out closer to the edge of the field there. But jeez, everything's melting, so it's getting slimy. But I was hoping like right in here is where I was gonna put my set. All right, we'll try to get this in. All right guys, I made her home. It was iffy. Just I don't know, the back ain't so bad, but some of the fields were a bit iffy. You can see the mud clumps up on my hood. They're on the windshield. They're all over. The fields got super slimy today. It got up, I think, around 40 degrees. So all that ice and the little bit of snow and sleet we got all melted now. And man, it made everything greasy. When I was taking care of that last coyote, I damn near fell like 3 times because it was so slimy right there. I couldn't hardly walk around. But I did get everything checked. I was hoping to put in a couple more coyote sets today, but today is not the day to be driving around. You can't sift the dirt, so I'd have to use my own dry dirt, which I do have some, and I do use it, but I don't know, I kind of like to use the dirt at the set to make the set. I don't know if they shy away from, dirt that's not from right there or what, but anyway, we'll show you what I got here. So I ended up with 3 coyotes again today. And luckily, they all look pretty good. I mean, this guy's a little thin in the neck here. This is the first one I caught. He don't look too terrible. I think a good Coleman. He's muddy too. Ain't helping him any. This was the second one I caught, and this one. Let's see, what set did I catch him in? Yeah, this was the one that was in the same set that I had one in yesterday. Again, he looks real nice. He's only got just a few burrs, one here and one kind of in the middle of his back here, and some down there. But he's pretty good. I mean, they're dirty. And you can just see how muddy the side of his face is, And yeah, I mean, this is the last one. This was in a set that I just put out yesterday, so it's only been there 1 day, and it made a catch. So I typically do that every year, a few times actually. Every year it seems like I'll catch coyotes in the first day they're there. I had the one where I was telling you that I talked to the guy today. That one was the first check and it had a coyote in, and now that one had a first check and had a coyote in. So I mean, it does happen. You're on location, you never know when they're going to come by. So I think that's about all I got for today. Again, if you guys like what you're seeing, hit that subscribe button, hit the like on this video if you like what I showed you today. Hit the little notification bell so you know when I'm putting out new videos, and feel free to leave comments. I read through them all, so if you leave comments, I like to hear what you guys think, or what you about anything really, but more so what I've been putting out for videos. Leave a comment down there. I might respond to you. If you have questions and stuff, feel free to leave them in the thing. If I get enough people asking the questions, I'll do like a Q&A type of video to go through, answer some of the questions that you guys all have. But otherwise, we'll see you out on the line tomorrow.